Judges, chapter 20. And all the sons of Israel go out, and the congregation is assembled as one man, from Dan even to Beer-Sheba and the land of Gilead, to Yahweh at Mizpeh. And the chiefs of all the people, of all the tribes of Israel, station themselves in the assembly of the people of God, 400,000 footmen drawing sword. And the sons of Benjamin hear that the sons of Israel have gone up to Mizpeh. And the sons of Israel say, Speak, how has this evil been? And the man, the Levite, husband of the woman who has been murdered, answers and says, My concubine and I went into Gibeah, which is in Benjamin, to lodge. And the masters of Gibeah rise against me, and they go around the house against me by night. And they thought to slay me, and they have humbled my concubine, and she dies. And I lay hold on my concubine, and cut her in pieces, and sent her into all the country of the inheritance of Israel, for they have done wickedness and folly in Israel. Behold, you are all sons of Israel. Give for yourselves a word and counsel here. And all the people rise as one man, saying, None of us goes to his tent, and none of us turns aside to his house. And now this is the thing which we do to Gibeah. We go up against it by lot. And we have taken 10 men of 100 of all the tribes of Israel, and 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 of a myriad, to receive provision for the people, to do at their coming to Gibeah of Benjamin, according to all the folly which it has done in Israel. And every man of Israel is gathered to the city as one man, companions. And the tribes of Israel send men among all the tribes of Benjamin, saying, What is this evil which has been among you? And now give up the men, sons of worthlessness, which are in Gibeah, and we put them to death, and we put away evil from Israel. And the sons of Benjamin have not been willing to listen to the voice of their brothers, the sons of Israel. And the sons of Benjamin are gathered out of the cities to Gibeah, to go out to battle with the sons of Israel. And the sons of Benjamin number themselves on that day. Out of the cities are 26,000 men drawing sword, apart from the inhabitants of Gibeah, who numbered themselves 700 chosen men. Among all this people are 700 chosen men, the right hand bound, each of these slinging with a stone at the hair, and he does not err. And the men of Israel numbered themselves, apart from Benjamin, 400,000 men drawing sword, each of these a man of war. And they rise and go up to Beth-El and ask of God, and the sons of Israel say, Who goes up for us at the commencement to the battle with the sons of Benjamin? And Yahweh says, Judah at the commencement. And the sons of Israel rise in the morning and encamp against Gibeah. And the men of Israel go out to battle with Benjamin. And the men of Israel set themselves in array for battle with them against Gibeah. And the sons of Benjamin come out from Gibeah and destroy 22,000 men in Israel on that day, to the earth. And the people, the men of Israel, strengthen themselves and add to set in array for battle in the place where they arranged themselves on the first day. And the sons of Israel go up and weep before Yahweh until the evening, and ask of Yahweh, saying, Do I add to draw near to battle with the sons of my brother Benjamin? And Yahweh says, Go up against them. And the sons of Israel draw near to the sons of Benjamin on the second day. And Benjamin comes out to meet them from Gibeah on the second day, and destroy 18,000 men among the sons of Israel again, to the earth. All these are drawing sword. And all the sons of Israel go up, even all the people, and come to Beth-El, and weep, and sit there before Yahweh, and fast on that day until the evening, and cause burnt offerings and peace offerings to ascend before Yahweh. And the sons of Israel ask of Yahweh, and the ark of the covenant of God is there in those days. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron, is standing before it in those days, saying, Do I add to go out to battle again with the sons of my brother Benjamin, or do I cease? And Yahweh says, Go up, for tomorrow I give him into your hand. And Israel sets ones lying in wait against Gibeah all around. And the sons of Israel go up against the sons of Benjamin on the third day, and arrange themselves against Gibeah, as time by time. And the sons of Benjamin come out to meet the people. They have been drawn away out of the city, and begin to strike some of the people, wounded as time by time, in the highways, of which one is going up to Beth-El, and the other to Gibeah in the field, about 30 men of Israel. And the sons of Benjamin say, They are struck before us as at the beginning. But the sons of Israel said, Let us flee, and draw them away out of the city to the highways. And all the men of Israel have risen from their place, and arranged themselves at Baal-Tamar. And the ambush of Israel is coming forth out of its place, out of the meadow of Gibeah. And they come in from the front against Gibeah, 10,000 chosen men out of all Israel. And the battle is grievous, and they have not known that the calamity is reaching toward them. And Yahweh strikes Benjamin before Israel, and the sons of Israel destroy in Benjamin on that day 25,100 men. All these are drawing sword. And the sons of Benjamin see that they have been struck, and the men of Israel give place to Benjamin, for they have trusted in the ambush which they had set against Gibeah. And the ambush has hurried and pushes against Gibeah, and the ambush draws itself out and strikes the whole of the city by the mouth of the sword. And the appointed sign of the men of Israel with the ambush was their causing a great volume of smoke to go up from the city. And the men of Israel turn in battle, and Benjamin has begun to strike the wounded among the men of Israel, about 30 men, for they said, Surely they are utterly struck before us, as at the first battle. But the volume has begun to go up from the city, a pillar of smoke, and Benjamin turns behind, and behold, the perfection of the city has gone up toward the heavens. And the men of Israel have turned, and the men of Benjamin are troubled, for they have seen that the calamity has struck against them. And they turn before the men of Israel to the way of the wilderness, and the battle has followed them. And those who are from the cities are destroying them in their midst. They have surrounded the Benjaminites, they have pursued them, they have trodden them down with ease, as far as the front of Gibeah, at the sun rising. And 18,000 men of Benjamin fall. All these were men of valor. And they turn and flee toward the wilderness, toward the rock of Rimmon. And they glean 5,000 of their men in the highways, and follow after them to Gidom, and strike 2,000 more of their men. And all those falling of Benjamin are 25,000 men drawing sword on that day. All these were men of valor. But 600 men turn and flee into the wilderness, to the rock of Rimmon, and they dwell in the rock of Rimmon 4 months. And the men of Israel have turned back to the sons of Benjamin, and they strike them by the mouth of the sword out of the city, men even to livestock, even to all that is found. They have also sent all the cities which are found into the fire.